Hi, angels. Welcome to the Earth Angel Tarot. I'm the Earth Angel, and today I'm bringing you another pick a card reading. And today's topic is, why are people impressed by you? So, what is it about you that has people so impressed? So, I have 3 piles for you. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So go ahead, take a second, see which pile resonates with you, and we can go ahead and get started. Hi, pile 1. So if you chose the first pile, then this is your reading on what is it about you that has people impressed. How are you impressing people? So I'm definitely seeing pile 1. If this is your pile, you've definitely had some people who've tried to be really manipulative with you, and tried to slow you down or block you in some ways. I'm seeing that immediately a lot of people really see that you have a huge amount of potential. And because of this, people can really get insecure and kind of toxic around you. People are impressed about how no matter what they try to do to stop you, it just doesn't seem to be working. Some of you are very, very divinely protected. I also see that for a lot of you, you don't really require apologies from people or closure from people in order to move on and really ascend and do really well here. This is definitely the pile, I think, after the storm, where some people have really just tried to either slow you down, stop you, or just not let you realize how much potential you really have and how amazing you really are with the Empress. For some of you, I'm just getting a really strong kind of projection energy. A lot of people could have projected onto you or just tried to make you feel like you didn't know what you were doing, and you've proved everybody wrong here. With the Devil to the Page of Cups in reverse, I feel like a lot of people are impressed by how unfazed you seem by some people trying to go against you. I feel like you just really understand that the better you are, the more people are going to see your worth, are going to see your potential, and there's going to be a lot of people who are going to feel insecure or feel kind of combative. I just feel like you understand people, and people don't quite understand that you understand them, if that makes sense. People just feel they're why doesn't pile 1 care if I apologized? Or why doesn't pile 1 care if I gave them credit or gave them props? You know what I mean? I feel like you just keep winning. I just feel like you keep succeeding here, keep learning, keep growing. A lot of you really just don't let people see you sweat. A lot of you are definitely not afraid of conflict either. And you always have fun with it. I want to get some more, because I definitely feel like there's some people from the past who I'm just getting a really strong energy of wanting to slow you down. Or I'm even getting an energy too of people who are pile 1 isn't doing it the way that I would do it or something, and then they're saying that the way that they would do it is not even the best way. They just feel, I'm getting a lot of people feel kind of dumb. This is definitely the energy. Yeah, if you have some people in your life who it sounds like, if this makes sense for you, that there's people in your life who now would feel dumb for doubting you or trying to slow you down or trying to stall you. I definitely get the feeling that these people are feeling very immature, very much caught in their heads right now. These people could be having the tables turn on them. So if these are people who tried to slow you down or try to kind of cause conflict or stagnancy in your life, they're now experiencing that, where they're seeing you just kind of continuing to elevate, get better, grow. For some of you, you gave no indication for these people that you even cared. I feel like you knew, but you just gave no indication. They feel sort of irrelevant. I'm getting some strong words. King of Cups to the 2 of Cups. There are quite a few people. Okay, this is what I'm getting. So I feel like this is a very, very strong energy, because I feel like for a lot of you, there's quite a few people who've always had love for you, and we're always just kind of like, okay, like I want to see like what pile one can do. Like they've got these goals, they've got these ambitions, like that's cool. Like I believe in them, that's awesome. But you had a couple people who were like really, really strongly like jealous or threatened by you for some reason, maybe by all the love that was around you. These people are impressed by the fact that not only do you not seem to care, but that the people around you still have so much love for you. And then you have love for other people as well too. These could have been people who really tried to like stop people from loving you for some reason, and that just didn't work. King of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. They're very impressed by how balanced you are. And how much people still like enjoy investing in you, caring for you, caring about you. You're very steadfast, you're very stable. These are definitely people who try to just get you off of your A game, trying to get you unstable, and it didn't work. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles, Two of Cups, so stable, so loved, so loving. Yeah. These are people who really, I'm getting it. This is your pile one. You know what it's like to have people try to burden you with things, to slow you down, to try to get you trapped in your head. But it didn't work. This is kind of sad. I feel like these people, they might have put a lot of effort into this. And it just like didn't seem to really have that much of an impact on you. It maybe could have behind the scenes, but from what they see, yeah, it seems like, if anything, like you used it to fuel your ascension. You used it. Oh, this is funny. Oh my gosh, yeah. They almost feel like you just took whatever energy they sent your way and like used it to fuel you succeeding even faster. Wow. These people are definitely feeling very rejected. Oh my gosh, you really turned the tables. And I don't even know if this was like intentional on your part or not. Oh my gosh. If these are the kind of people who try to get people to not work with you or to not like you or something, it's the complete opposite. I feel like people really, really see how hardworking, how resilient, how successful you are, how ascended you are. People want to work with you now more than ever. And I feel like whoever these people were who were trying to just like, I'm getting like slow you down or like get people to not want to like connect with you. It's like, this is what they were hoping for. Four of Cups energy, but instead it's like a Three of Pentacles energy. They were hoping that people would be like, no, pile one, but instead they're like, I really want to work with pile one now. Like, what's all this about pile one? The Star! Oh my gosh, very stable. They're definitely impressed by how stable you are, how easily you heal from things. I'm just imagining they kind of feel like, you know when there's like a little gnat that you have to swat? They feel like gnats. Because I'm getting the sense these people really tried. I don't know who this is or who these people are. Wow. Wow. They really tried. And failed. There's people walking away from these people now. These could have been people who like talked about you or something. Oh my gosh, these people are super burdened now. So, pile one, this is really the one pile out of the three where I feel like it's kind of like haters or like people who tried to stop you, like enemies impressed by you. So if you wanted a little bit more of just like a general, because I'm not getting this as everybody at all. This is like a specific person or like a handful of specific people whose energy is just coming through really, really strongly. Because I'm really getting a sense that in general, people just really like you. I think people have always seen like a really nice kind of image of you. But most people are just like normal human beings who are just like doing their thing. And they're like, oh yeah, Pawan's awesome. Like, I'm excited to work with them. Like, they seem like they're doing good. Like, that's great. So their energy is just pretty like chill. Whereas these people were kind of obsessed with you, with the devil. And so their energy is just coming through really, really strongly because you just kind of were living rent-free in their heads. Now even more so. These people are really, really stressed. It's like, I'm getting that they're impressed just by how you were able to turn the tables on them. And I get it was more an energetic thing than necessarily you, like, conspiring against them or anything like that. Yeah, the moon, they're like, how did Pawan do it? Like, how did I get into this mess? I mean, how did I get into this mess? So somebody definitely has bit off way more than they can chew. This also just kind of feels like a toxic person who maybe was doing this to other people along with you, but you might have been the kind of energetic catalyst to really flip things on its head. People are impressed by how thoroughly you've like defeated them, or how thoroughly they've been defeated after trying to come after you. Wow. So whoever these people are, I feel like they're being seen for exactly who they are. Wow. Wow. There definitely might be some fear and intimidation here just because of everything that's going on in their lives right now. They're being seen as like jealous, manipulative, definitely like a jealous energy. They might just be attracted. Oh, interesting. So there could be some people who are doing this because, you know, they were like attracted to you and they felt like they couldn't be with you or something. I'm getting that for some of you. For some of you, they feel like you're more attractive than them, and that could be in looks, but that could also just be, you know, your energy, your behavior, your skills, your abundance, what you bring to the table. They definitely feel like you're extremely fiery and victorious at this time, very passionate, very much getting what you want here. It's so funny because the energy I'm actually getting for you is just an attractive, hardworking person who's got nice energy, who's got a lot of things that they've succeeded in, a lot of potential, and like the things that they're working on. You've just got like nice, good, solid energy. But the way that they see you is like, you get whatever you want and everybody wants you, and you're just, honestly, this is not your energy, but these people almost see you as like a show off. I'm not gonna lie. Only because you're so positively received in their eyes. So you might not even be aware of this, but these people might hear other people talk about you or how other people react to you when you're not around. Because typically I find that, you know, we'll really kind of get to see how people feel about you when you're not there. And how do people feel about people? Love you, pile one. Like the people around you, the people who work with you, like I just get like a lot of compliments, a lot of props. I think they think you're super like just triumphant. Like you're really able to achieve whatever you set out for. People just really, really like you here. And these people just tried to disrupt that positive view of you. And instead, all it's done is like increase the positive view of you. But also, it's gotten them into a really sticky situation where they're just kind of seen as like haters. Especially if some of you are like really attractive or just like people like you a lot. They just feel like they're like jealous of you. And now because of this too, especially if it's like a looks thing or your like capabilities or your skills, people just think that these people are like jealous of your positive traits, which is just making them look worse. Because, you know, if somebody's like jealous of someone who's good looking, like at that point people are just going to assume like, oh, well, that person's probably just not that good looking. So that I'm getting this really specifically. If any of you, especially if you're like a very good looking person or you're like a really like skilled person at something you do, whoever these kind of hater energies are, people are now just kind of like, their view in other people's eyes is changing. The way that other people see them is changing. It's like if people thought they were like good looking before, they're not really seeing them that way just because they're like, well, if you're good looking, like why would you be so threatened by another good looking person? Or if you're so skilled, why would you be so threatened by another skilled person? Like the view other people have of them is decreasing as the view of you is increasing. And they're impressed by this because these seem like very manipulative people who've maybe gotten away with like hurting other people or changing perceptions that people have of others. And it just totally failed when it came to trying to come after you. Wow, it totally failed. You're seen as super abundant, attractive, fiery, charismatic, triumphant, accomplished. Period. And I do see that a lot of people, once again, I think because of this negativity that was kind of simmering around you, a lot of people are just seeing you in a really positive light. These manipulative people are just impressed by how thoroughly they were defeated without you even having to try. Yeah, sorry to them. Hopefully they learned their lesson. Hopefully they learned their lesson with the Chariot. So keep going, Paula, and I see that you're doing great. I see that, you know, the vast majority of people see you really, really positively. These people are just kind of like racking their brains for how they got themselves into this mess. So I see that that's why their energy came through. But in terms of how people are seeing you, they're just super impressed by how you seem to always win. You know how you're always winning. I think you have your challenges like everybody else, but you always succeed and overcome anything. And you do it really gracefully, really beautifully, very attractively. And people are just super excited to see how else you're going to impress them, basically. Awesome. So that's what I have for you, Pile 1. Very, very nice energy. I do hope it resonated. If it didn't, that's okay. You can check out one of the other piles, one of my other readings, or you can book a personal reading with me. All right, thank you so much, Pile 1. Very impressive energy. That's what I have for you. So until I see you next time, stay safe and God bless. Hi, Pile 2. So if you choose a second pile, then this is your reading on why people are impressed by you. What about you has people impressed? So we'll kind of talk about the general stuff, and then we'll kind of dig into the storyline that I'm seeing here. So, number 1, people are just impressed by your abundance, or the abundance that they perceive that you have. So people definitely think that you have a really, really nice financial life, very stable. You look very attractive, very loved. I'm just seeing a lot of love here. What's interesting though, we have these really, really nice cards: the Ten of Pentacles, the Empress, the World, and the King of Cups. All good. People are impressed by how people love you. People just have love for you in general. They're impressed by your stability, your abundance, your money-making skills I'm getting. If some of you are well-traveled, people are really impressed by that, or just your knowledge. But with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Seven of Wands, I'm sort of getting a story of someone who's had their share of difficulties and had people kind of try to go against you, stop you. You've had to kind of be in defensive mode in the past. But they've seen how you've kind of flipped the karmic wheel here and how you're just being very, very blessed at this time. I'm definitely going to need to get some more here because I'm wondering what these caveats are. But once again, your looks, very impressive. I'm getting an interesting energy here. I almost feel like with you, Pile 2, you don't really like to share what you go through. And the image that you show to the world is just so, so, so positive. But I think at this point, for the people who know you, they know that you haven't had it 100% easy. They know that there's people who maybe have tried to go against you or who are jealous or intimidated. Yeah, Ten of Wands, they know. These are definitely people around you that know you and maybe have seen how other people act around you. And you seem so confident, so stable. Yeah, the Death card. You really are able to transform any situation here. Four of Pentacles. Why are people impressed by my Pile 2 here? Oh, beautiful. You're very loved, Pile 2. Page of Pentacles. Wow. Two of Cups, Page of Pentacles, the Justice, the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. Three of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Six of Swords on the bottom. I'm just getting you really very much on the other side of whatever's happened to kind of be your catalyst for growth. So a lot of times when we have hard times, a lot of times when we face challenges, it's just a catalyst to get you to grow, get you to move, get you to change and improve. And God will never give you anything that you can't bear here. And at least for the people around you, they see that you're on the other side of that. You are your success story here. People are impressed by how blessed you are. You seem very, very blessed. Some of you seem very, very tapped in with the divine, very tapped in with the divine. And the divine really balances things out for you and blesses you in a really substantial way. People are impressed by that. People are impressed by your fairness, by your honesty, by your balance, your generosity, your openness, your intelligence. It's a very gentle energy. We have the Eight of Cups, yeah, the Page of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Definitely some people from your past maybe that you've walked away from who are seeing you now and impressed by your tremendous growth. Definitely missing you. These could have been people who just didn't treat you the way you deserve to be treated. And now they're deeply regretting this because you seem to be doing much, much better than them. This also might be giving me the energy of just people who thought like they could like, they had a bigger impact on your life than they did. Like they thought like, oh, because I did this to pile two, that they're going to be in this place or they're going to be feeling some type of way. And they just see you and you're not. You seem loved. You seem happy. You seem content, abundant. There's a lot of love around you. There's a lot of people who care for you. Whether you know it or not, this is how they see you. Seven of Pentacles, yeah. Very stable. The Star, healed. Just looking good. Like, yeah, working hard. Yeah, collaborating with others. Moving forward. This is so, yeah. So once again, really just impressed by how abundant and happy and loved and stable you look. You look great. You look like you're feeling great. You look like very like chill too as well. But these could have been people who are like, I'm gonna do something. This is, I think, what kind of is annoying me with this energy towards you though, is there are people who didn't act authentically with you. Like, I feel like these people saw you in an amazing light, and this could have triggered them or got them in their feelings or could have like triggered some childhood wounds or something. And simply to make themselves feel better, they treated you in like a negative way. And they really wanted it to have a negative impact on you just to kind of like bring you down to their level. So these could have been people who had mad love for you but mistreated you just because they felt either like you would eventually leave or just very insecure people. Very, very insecure people who just kind of wanted to bring you down to their level to keep you in their life, I guess. Something like that. Or make you codependent. And instead you're just like, no, I think I'm going to go. Yeah. A kind of immature and sort of ridiculous energy here. And you're like, no, I think I'll just go find my vibrational match. Thank you. And they were hoping that, like, in the end, you would do not as well. Like, they were hoping that at some point, whatever they were trying to do to manipulate you would, like, have the result that they desired, which was bringing you down to a level where you felt like you needed them. And that never happened. If anything, a lot of you use that energy to elevate. These are people who just don't like themselves. Yeah. Wow. Whoever these people are, if this is resonating for you, pile 2, you clearly are doing better without them. So keep up the good work. They know that you're doing better. Everybody knows you're doing better without whoever these people are. The Moon, the 8 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands. This is so funny. With the combination of the Moon and the 8 of Wands, I'm getting people who are like, let's just figure out something we can say or something I can say to pile 2 that will get them, like, just feeling not who they really are. Like, it's literally just giving me someone who sees someone who's so amazing and they're afraid that this person's gonna outgrow them. So, like, let me just come up with something. These people really want to reconnect with you. And I feel like you just kind of saw this for what it was. I think you have a very, very strong sense of self. I think you have great self-esteem and self-love. And so you were just like, I don't like this conflict. I don't like this down talk. Whatever this was that was occurring, just behavior that was not what you wanted. And you're just like, okay, I think I'm going to go. I think I'm good. Like, I think I'm good. Yeah, the Hierophant here. Very ascended, the Hermit, and the 5 of Cups. These are people who now really, really wish that they would have just put in the work to, like, elevate themselves so that they could have treated you the way that you deserve to be treated. Definitely seeing that people are just impressed by just how you were able to overcome whatever they were trying to do to you. Also, too, if some of you, like, are in a relationship, or if you're just, like, however your life is looking to other people, you just look really stable and happy. People might know that there's a lot of people who want to return to your life, whether you know it or not. And people are just impressed by, like, this could have been something, because, like, your energy is so beautiful, like, a really beautiful energy. This might have been kind of a pattern in your life where people have kind of tried to, like, knock you down or, like, knock you off your square simply because they had strong feelings for you. And definitely they felt like they weren't good enough or weren't worthy. And you might not have even realized this. but it's the way that they saw you. Wow, the balance, yeah. The temperance. Wow. Nine of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Ace of Swords. People are just impressed by, like, how you just didn't fall for their tricks. But I'm getting that you're, like, smarter than them. You're definitely more balanced. You definitely have a way better sense of self than these people do. You have way better self-esteem. And so I think these people are a little confused just because they don't understand what it's like to actually love yourself. And you do. And you, like, commit to that. Four of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the Devil. And in this card, it's called the Bully. These people could have really just tried to get you out of your, like, Queen of Wands confident energy. Like, it really kind of became an obsession for some of these people. And these are definitely some people who, like, you don't talk to anymore, you just don't connect with anymore. These also could be people who are, like, around you now, who tried to, like, knock you off your square, and you just seem totally unfazed. Like, I'm getting, and I got this for Pile 1 as well, too, but there's just some people who really felt like they had the power to change the way that you felt about yourself just because you made them feel insecure. These people feel so irrelevant right now. Like, they just feel irrelevant. And I was getting even stronger words for how they were feeling about themselves. But they just feel powerless, like, in comparison to you. These could have been people who've done this to other people in the past with some success. And they're just impressed by the fact that, like, you just don't care. Yeah, they're definitely watching right now. The Devil again with the Ace of Wands. How you've maintained your attractiveness, how you've maintained your fire, your passion, your lust for life. It's like you kept a very firm hand on this wand here. Like, just whatever you love, whatever you're passionate about, whatever brings you joy and happiness, you've really kept a firm hand on that and just focused on that. And all these people can do is watch. I feel like these people are so impressed by the fact that you just love yourself and what you're working on so much. They're just irrelevant to you. Like, they do, and these are people who already felt like they were less than you already. Which, you know, no one is less than anybody else. It's all about your choices and your decisions. But these people already saw you as better than them. They tried to kind of manipulate you to act like you were not as great as you are. And they just feel like they've totally failed at this. But at the same time, people are so impressed by how beautifully you've handled this. I'm also getting really strongly too, just so many people around you really do have strong love for you and just like you, are supportive of you. There might be people who know about these people who tried to get you off your A game, and they also love how you handled this as well. How, like, you just don't kind of entertain any of, like, the BS. And it's really funny too, especially for the people who've always just been in a good energy with you. They're loving it. Like, they love that you're just still fiery, still passionate, still having fun. And I think, once again, you're in the Six of Wands energy. King of Wands, Ace of Wands, Two of Cups, Ace of Cups. Like, you're a winner. People like this winner energy, and they like the fact that you stay in that you don't stray from that. You know, that's your brand. Pile 2, your brand is being a winner, and you sit really comfortably in that, and people love being around that, and they love seeing that nothing can shake you from that, because you know who you are. You know what you're here to do is to win, and you're going to continue to do that. And whoever's trying to get in your way, whoever's trying to stop you, they've got to give it up. So you definitely have some sort of, I don't even want to call them enemies, because they weren't even people who I think ever thought that they could, like, go against you. They were just people who really wanted to maybe reduce how confident you are. But I get the sense that you are confident for a reason. Like, you know why you're confident in yourself. And these people are impressed by the fact that you've just been able to kind of shut up anybody who tried to, like, make you feel less than what you really are. And that you can do it in your sleep. Yeah, Ten of Swords. People will throw swords at you, but it's giving me an image. Have you ever seen, like, Game of Thrones, where, like, people will shoot an arrow at a dragon and it, like, it just falls right off of them? It's like a toothpick. It's like if people try to throw swords at you, they're like toothpicks. Nine of Wands, they try though. They do try. But all they can do is watch at this point. Beautiful energy, beautiful strong energy as well too. If you ever do need to take time to rest, just because I'm getting that, you are in a really beautiful triumphant energy, but you're human just like everybody else. So I feel like to the outside world, you very much just show this beautiful energy that you have. But if you ever feel like you do need to take some time to rest, or just take some time off, I really, really recommend that that's, if that's something you want to do it. Just because absence does make the heart grow fonder. And I see that because you're already seen so positively, if you ever do just want to like take a little break, you know, take a little rest, that's perfectly fine. If anything, I think it's gonna, you know, really continue to help cultivate this positive image of you. Just kind of handle it the way that you want to handle it, because I see that the way that you're doing it is really, really successful here. People are really, really impressed just by this very stable, consistent, victorious energy that you're in, and how it just seems to really, really work for you. I see a lot of people inspired by you and definitely impressed by you. So that's what I have for you, Pile 2. I do hope it resonated. Really beautiful energy. Keep up the good work. It's looking great. And yeah, thank you once again for hanging out with me. And until I see you next time, stay safe and God bless. Hi, Pile 3. So if you chose a third pile, then this is your reading on why people are impressed by you. What about you is impressing people right now? So I'm seeing kind of like a progression or a little bit of a storyline here. So in the beginning, I don't know what situation this is, and we can kind of figure out what it is. But in the beginning, I definitely see that you were kind of a hot topic of conversation. I think that people didn't really know like what your vision was. For some of you, I'm getting like a really kind of slow and steady pace here. And it could have seemed like normal to you, but for whatever reason, people were kind of like wondering like, Pile 3, like, what are they doing? Like, not in a bad way, but just like, I feel like a lot of you were kind of like in this hermit mode, hangman energy of just really taking your time in whatever you were doing. And a lot of people are just kind of like, you know, like, what's going on? Like, what's their plan? What are they doing? And basically, some of you have recently kind of, like, come back maybe after a little break or something, and you've just come out, like, guns blazing. Like, you look great. A lot of people are loving you. A lot of people are, like, just really fired up about you. Some of you are definitely keeping your cards close to your chest, but at the same time, you seem super confident. Really just kind of full of life and full of energy. There could have been some people who were even saying like, oh, Pile 1, especially with the Knight of Pentacles, I'm really getting an energy of people saying like, oh, Pile 1 is like too slow, or Pile 1 is like, if I were, or sorry, not Pile 1, Pile 3. If this is resonating with you, you might want to check out Pile 1. But there definitely could have been a lot of talk of people just saying, if I were Pile 3, I would be doing it like this, or Pile 3 needs to do more, something like that. And people are just realizing that, like, they did not, like, you're just, like, better at them. These people are tripped up right now. These people are having a really hard time talking. I'm really getting a strong vibe that people just, like, really kind of talk some, like, ish about your pace in particular and whatever you're doing. I'm really getting strongly that these are people who, like, definitely saw your potential, definitely saw, like, very attractive, very successful, really attracting a lot of love and a lot of admiration here. Just a very victorious person. Look at these bottom cards here. But for whatever reason, I think some of you were either like starting something new or just like pacing yourself in whatever you were doing here. And I feel like some people were just kind of like talking out of their like ASS for like no reason. I'm sorry, the language that people are using is like giving as well too. I think there is a lot of conversation going on behind the scenes. I'll try to kind of summarize it for you. I'll just tell you what it is. So if this is resonating for you, Pile 3, there was kind of conversation about like, oh, Pile 3 is amazing. Like, they're so good. But like, you know, what's going on? Like, why aren't they, you know, just like working nonstop. I don't know. Some of you just really were taking your time with the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. So in whatever you were doing, you were just pacing yourself. Or maybe you had other things you were working on. This could be work. This could be school. But I feel like people were just kind of like nitpicking at you for whatever reason. And I'm going to be honest, there could have been one or two haters who were like, I don't think pile 3 is going to make progress or something like that. Or like they're stuck, they're stagnant or whatever. And there's a lot of people talking about whoever was saying this about you. Once again, with all these positive cards, I see that most people were just like chilling. Like when it came to you, like they definitely saw you in a really positive way. I see a lot of people always said really nice things about you. But very few people were actually being like that critical. I think most people are just like, oh, I really like pile 3. Like, oh yeah, they're really good at what they do. Or like, you know, they're cool. Like I love being around them, right? But there could have been like 1 or 2 people who are like, well, I think pile 3 is not that great. And people are making fun of these people now. I'm really getting strong that these are people who are just saying things that they didn't even really necessarily believe. However, recently you've come back, or like this could be coming up, where you're really full of a really passionate energy. You're looking very victorious. You're looking very successful. You're not really acknowledging some of the talk that might have gone in the background. You may have known about it. You may not have. But I'm really just getting a vibe that like there was 1 or 2 people who tried to push this narrative of like you being stuck in some way with the Hermit and the Hanged Man. And they just look really dumb right now. And once again, I'm channeling like the language and kind of the way that these people are speaking. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Yeah. A lot of people are celebrating you. These could have even been people who are like, no, just wait, just watch. Like, just wait and watch. Look, just wait and watch. So that's what I'm getting, whatever the situation is. Most people definitely always believed in you. I feel like everybody always believed in you. But there's 1 or 2 people who are like jealous or maybe a little bit like insecure and just tried to like nitpick. I'm really getting a strong like either they were like pile 3 is stuck, or pile 3 is just like not really gonna make progress, or this is as good as pile 3 is gonna get, or something like that. And most people are like, no, I don't think so. But like you were just going at like a chill pace, and so people are like, okay, let's just wait and see. And something has happened, or something is happening. Wow. Something is happening where people, it's like no question that you are here, that you are successful, that you're the real deal. Definitely like too, like people are really starting to see the fruits of your labor. Or if you've been like investing in things or kind of putting things aside to kind of build whatever you're working on here, people are totally seeing things moving forward in an amazing, passionate direction here. A lot of you are making really fast progress. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles. A lot of people really want to work with you. A lot of people want to invest in you. I'm just getting a lot of people want to bet on you too. This is really giving me the vibe of like, a good example is like, say like an athlete, right? And this athlete maybe have just started out, or, you know, there's just like a lot of competition, right? And this athlete is like working, you know, they're working. And people are like, okay, like this person is good, like they're getting it, you know. But like there could have been 1 or 2 people who like were just sowing seeds of doubt, like they'll never, or like I don't think that it's giving me, I don't know if you guys know like basketball, but you know like the Warriors, or like, you know, some successful quarterbacks in football right now where people immediately saw your talent and your ability. But like I've seen the best basketball player in the world, and there'll be pundits and there'll be haters who are like, this person will never get another championship. This person's washed up. I don't think it was as serious with you, but this is the energy that I'm getting, where it's just haters who didn't even believe what they were saying. And then it's like, after all these people talked all this smack about the Warriors never winning another championship, they came back and won a championship with like their best performance. And it's like, it's giving me that energy. Where there were some people who were just jealous of your talent and your ability and how much people loved you. And now it's like where it's like post-championship where you've come back and people are like, oh, pile 3 is amazing. And like these people have just been shut up. Like no one is saying that about you anymore. And I don't know what you did or what's coming up for you, where you've really just shown your ability here, pile 3. Yeah. Five of Swords in reverse. There was some haters who were like predicting your defeat in something, and they've just been shut up. Oh my gosh. But they knew they were lying. They knew you were a star. They just wanted other people to not think that. Yeah. If these people were juggling like the truth, or just like they've just given up at this point. Yeah, there's like a desire, I guess, to apologize here. There's definitely some concessions here as well, but they're like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, Pile 3's great. Like, Pile 3's great. Yes, they are. Like, it's heartbreaking for them, I guess, but this is what's impressing them. Is that you completely proved any of the haters wrong here. You're in a very triumphant energy at this time, very ascended. Also, I'm getting with this Hierophant. I usually don't get it this way, but I'm also seeing the Hierophant is somebody who's just like reached like a higher level of like whatever they're doing here. Yeah, with the Two of Cups, very balanced, very loved. Definitely some people who wanted to block you here. Especially if this was any sort of setting, this could be school, this could be work, where like your belonging there was called into question. Yeah, there is no question now. Wow. Definitely some people who are really seen as like haters at this time. And they are getting their karma as well too, because I feel like this was done in bad faith. Like, no, whoever these kind of one or two people were who were like, I think Pile 3's done. I don't think Pile 3. I don't even get the sense that they said that honestly. Like, that's not how they really felt. It was more like they were hoping that that was the case just because they were threatened by you. Period. The Strength with the Eight of Swords. These people are super stressed right now. Especially because I'm getting whatever this is, this could literally be anything. But if this is resonating for you, this is some sort of situation where one or two people try to count you out. And not only have you proved yourself to the point where they just can't do that anymore without getting clowned on by other people. I'm also seeing with the Seven of Pentacles, you still have more room to grow and more room to excel and more room to achieve here. People are so impressed that you're not even at the end of your journey and you're already this good at whatever you're doing here. Four Cups to the Fool, man, and the Eight of Pentacles, beautiful. So we're going from the Seven of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles. This is what's making whoever these haters are mad. So let's circle back. We've got two camps here. I'm gonna say like a good 90% of people always thought you were great. We're kind of just waiting to see, what you were gonna achieve for yourself here. They didn't really doubt you. They were just like, I'm just gonna wait and see. I think they're great. I think they've got great potential. I think they're doing great right now. I want to see what's gonna happen. And there was like maybe 10%, definitely less for a lot of you, but like one or two people who were like, well, I think Pile 3 is like not that great. Like that kind of vibe. At this point, there's no denying. There's no denying your skills. There's no denying your capacities. There's no denying what you've accomplished here. And what's amazing is I just said, you're only at the Seven of Pentacles still, even after being this accomplished. And now we've got the Eight of Pentacles. So whoever these people are, they're very bothered by this. Like, they know that you still have a lot of room to grow and that you will continue to grow. They're also bothered by the fact that you don't seem to care about people doubting you, or like if people think, like, you just feel like you are constantly having fun in this journey, that you're constantly enjoying yourself on this journey, that this work, for some of these people, this could definitely be work or some sort of situation where work has to be put in. But for some of these people, they are like having a hard time. So this could be where like you're doing a similar thing. This could be a hobby. This could be work. Even like family situations where like for them and whatever you guys are doing, it's like hard for them. It's stressful for them. It's very high pressure for them. They feel inadequate. And it just feels like you're having so much fun the entire time that you're doing it. It just feels like you have a light energy. You have a fresh energy. And it's almost giving me the vibe too, especially for these people who are like, if anybody was like, Pile 3 is going too slow. Because I am getting that some people are literally just saying, Pile 3 needs to pick up the pace. These people are now seeing that you are entirely intentional with what you were doing. Like, they just totally see, like, now, like, oh, I get it. Because for some of you too, especially if this is some sort of situation where, like, progress or skill can be measured, you're growing at a much faster pace than they are, or that others were. So if you started at the same time, they're seeing now that you have 8 of Pentacles while they're still clinging onto their 4. Wow. Just very stable. It's very much giving me slow and steady wins the race. However, you're at a point now where it's not even slow and steady. Like, it's just fast and steady. Wow, justice. Justice is being brought to this situation here. Oh, man. Some of these people are really, really, really feeling inadequate in comparison. But I'm getting, once again, like, what's beautiful here is with the justice, I'm seeing that for the people who supported you, for the people who are, like, in a good vibe with you, I feel like they're also kind of having a nice energy exchange with you. You might be seeing that the people who have always been in your corner are also starting to excel at a faster pace, and you're all just kind of supporting each other. But for the people who tried to diminish you, they're having some really difficult times right now. And it's crazy because I said, you know, oh, you're at a 7 and 8 of Pentacles and they're at the 4. No, they're at the 5 of Pentacles. So for some of them, they might even be feeling like they're stalling or they're stagnant or they're even losing out on progress or things are moving backwards for them. But it's because they're in that lack mentality. It's because they're in that combative energy here. God is speaking. God is speaking right now. So I also want to offer this as encouragement to when you see someone who you feel like is doing better than you, or you see someone who you feel like has more than you, just really try to vibrate in an energy of admiration and inspiration. And you will find that whatever energy they're in that's bringing in a lot of these blessings and fast movement for them will start to manifest into your own life. People are so impressed by how whatever your formula was for doing what you're doing, it is really helping you move at a faster pace than the people who thought that they were experts in comparison to you. For the people who thought they had it all figured out. Because I'm getting that for the majority of people, I think, around you, they saw you really, really positively, and they had a degree of humility where they're like, I'm doing my own thing. I'm going at the pace that works for me. I see pile 3. They seem like a successful person. They're going at whatever pace they're going at. So, like, it's great. You know, we'll just see how things turn out. And, like, it's cool. For those people, it's been going well. But I think that they had a degree of humility where they didn't think, I know what's best for pile 3. I think they already saw how great you were doing when you got there or when you started or however things, you know, manifested in the situation. And so they were like, I feel like pile 3 probably knows themselves and what works for them. And at this point now, I think everybody's in a consensus of like, whatever pile 3's been doing, it's working. And I feel like now you're at a point too where you didn't want to overburden yourself or you didn't want to like wear yourself out. And so now you're really at a spot where you can be very consistent and really kind of keep things going for yourself. I see so much success here. And I just see a lot of people really having a lot of respect for you. And don't be surprised if people also kind of try to like imitate you a little bit here in whatever you were doing that initially kind of aroused some doubt. I think people are just super impressed by how you've handled this whole situation. And of course, they're impressed by the results that you're producing here. I think you're quality. I think you're attractive. I think you're hardworking. And I think people really think that you've done things the right way. That you didn't, you know, go too hard or try to be disingenuous or try to impress people. You know, some of you really might have been doubted in the beginning, but no one is doubting you now. A lot of love here for you. Yeah, definitely some people who are a little jealous, but a lot more people who are just really wanting to celebrate with you, learn from you, and grow with you. So that's what I have for you, pile 3. Beautiful energy. Very, very good. Keep up the good work. I definitely see that you have a very good understanding of yourself and what the recipe is for success for you. And I think that you're doing amazingly well, so keep it up. And just know anybody who is kind of trying to be negative or trying to misconstrue your capabilities, these people will definitely be dealt with, and God will definitely make sure that you're protected so that you can really achieve your dreams and what you're setting out to accomplish here in your life. So that's what I have for you, pile 3. Beautiful energy, very strong, very beautiful. Keep up the good work. Lots of positive talk about you and a really nice positive view of you. People are just very, very impressed all across the board from start to finish here. So that's what I have for you. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me once again. Wonderful tapping into your energy. We'll tap into it again and kind of see how things progress in a little bit of time. But really, really looking good so far. So proud of my collective. So everybody keep up the good work. Really proud of you guys. Thank you once again. And until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you.